consensus today with the governor of Virginia, the mayor of DC. Let's get to all of this because we have learned so much as to where things stand on this move. Right now, joining us, Janae Dill with Axios, covering it all, especially the angle from DC. Janae, at the 11th hour, the mayor, with unanimous consent from the DC council, saying they found 500 of the $600 million that Ted Leonsis has been asking for. Too little, too late.
Exactly, it's a Hail Mary, but today Duncan and Ted Leonsis have made it pretty clear that the momentum is on it for a new arena at Potomac Yard, and this is a big loss for the district. Just think of Chinatown and how much it's grown with first the FCI Center and now One Arena. This is a huge loss, a gaping hole that's going to be left there. Monumental says it wants to reuse that arena for the Mystics and for other uses, but make no mistake, this is a huge loss for the district and for thousands of people coming to games there every year.
Now, does the district have any leg to stand on to actually, I don't know, keep Leonsis and their feet to the fire and say, hey, you have to stay here, we have the money, you're already here, you have a track record here, or is it just like too little, too late?
Here's what I think. Either this gets stuck in Richmond where the state legislature needs to approve it still, or there has to be a huge NIMBY backlash to the plan in Delray and Alexandria. I think that's the only way this can get stopped in Virginia, and that might be what DC hopes for. Is this is still a fallback plan for Monumental. They can say, looks like it didn't work in Virginia. We can still stay in DC and build renovate this arena, but it's not looking good for DC right now at all.
You've got to imagine that Leonsis did the calculus, right? When he met with the governor, with Duncan and his people, they said, can this pass? Will this happen? You're talking about a $2 billion package. You're only asking for $600 million. Yes, a big number, but really, in the grand scheme of things, about 2.5% of DC's budget. It was nothing, pennies in the bucket for DC, which right now needs everything, to your point, that they can hold on to in a downtown area that is absolutely crippled and with crime. There's no tenants there. Mayor Bowser has pled and pled time again, please keep them. And right now, Leonsis saying this project in Virginia, it will be complete by 2028. That's 2 years after re-election time for Mayor Bowser if she decides to run again. How does
this is a low point for the mayor's political career. This is her third term, her first year in her third term. Couldn't have gone worse. And this is a terrible way to end it. I'm told this whole process in Virginia started about less than a year ago.
It's gonna work now, I know it.
Monumental has made their concerns known to the mayor, and it never really found a solution. The crime problem from Monumental's perspective wasn't really addressed. The money seems to have come way too late from DC's offer, and the mayor and Ted Leonsis, I'm told, and the Post's report have a strained relationship, which did not help the negotiations on this, from what I can understand. So this is a very bad start to the mayor's third term, and it's very hard to rethink what that area could find to replace this sports attraction.
No, without question. Janae Dill with Axios tonight. Keep us posted. I know you have the post there with the council and currently in China.
We're going to reach out to China, rebuild Chinatown. We're definitely going to have to do that down there.
Where the money comes from. You see that they could not put it forward for these two massive teams. Where's that money going to come from if no business is willing to stay in downtown DC? But quickly now the conversation heads across the river to Alexandria, where there's reaction there. Our Aaron Miles with Alexandria Now was there today as the big announcement happened. Vernon, again, you came on the show with us as soon as this broke 2 days ago, and we've talked extensively about all the issues that Alexandria has right now, and we were looking ahead to New Year. This is clearly something that a lot of people did not see coming, and here it is, front and center now.
Yeah, I will say the mood inside of that tent when they were making the announcement was ecstatic. We will be coming for the monument and the Kennedy Center and everything else in DC after this. It's, no, people were thrilled inside the tent, but outside the tent, and in a lot of the discussion online, it's sort of yet to be seen if this is really going to be a win for Alexandria.
What's the NIMBY pushback like?
Well, for one thing, you have a lot of people who have a lot of similar concerns we've heard in other discussions about this is too much development, this is too big, and particularly the the big issue here is traffic.
Yeah.
Is that it's going to jam-pack Route 1, and that even the metro is going to be like crammed there for both commuters coming to and from Alexandria and for people at the airport. But I don't think it's fair necessarily this early on to dismiss all of that as being just NIMBY stuff. You're seeing a lot of pushback from a lot of corners that don't usually come out against this kind of thing. Like this is kind of a big ground surge of, I don't know, concern about this. I wouldn't quite call it outright negativity yet, but I think there's a lot more concerns in the air than even Alexandria's leaders might have been expecting.
Well, it's big change, right? And it's very fast change. This is not happening in 10 years. This is happening right around the corner. They're going to break ground in 2025. That's basically right now for all intents and purposes. I'm curious, Vernon, if you heard anything about Reagan National Airport. This Potomac Yard sits just south of the airport. I know out in California when SoFi was being built, huge stadium there, LAX had a lot of issues with getting planes in and out of there because of the cranes as construction happened, etc. Was that discussed at all? Because it seems like right now the focus is on Route 1 parking and traffic.
Oh, certainly. I think a lot of the issues around construction are going to come.
Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff. This is your captain from the flight deck. We have reached our cruising altitude. The flight attendants should start their in-flight service shortly. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain from the flight deck. It looks like we're going to experience some light turbulence for the next couple of minutes. At this time, please ensure your seatbelt is safely fastened. Thank you.